Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Samna's Cooking. Today we're going to make homemade chicken burgers. So we're going to start off with 1.5 kilos of chicken breast, 1 teaspoon each of salt and pepper, 1 tablespoon each of ginger and garlic paste, 2 tablespoons each of ketchup and chili sauce. Add in all the ingredients and blend well, and then we're going to marinate it for half an hour. So we're using a tenderizing hammer. We've covered the chicken breast slices with a bit of film, and we're flattening the chicken. Now we're preparing the batter for the chicken. So we've started off with 6 tablespoons each of plain flour, corn flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, followed by 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So add 3 tablespoons of chili sauce, followed by 2 teaspoons of mustard sauce. Now I've put about 200 ml of milk to one side. I'm going to pour it in slowly. We don't want it too runny, but we want it smooth. So I'm going to fast forward to the right consistency. So this is the consistency we were talking about. Now the next step is to dip all the chicken slices, put all the chickens into the sauce and turning over each chicken so it's dipped in well. Once we've finished that, we're going to move on to the next process. Right, so this next step involves a double coating process and a double dipping. So the flour we've got here is basically plain flour. So what we've done, we've took them out the dipping sauce into the batter on both sides, then we've dipped it in again because we want a thicker coating. Again, it's entirely up to you, but we prefer this method. So each chicken is going to go through a double dipping and a double battering. And I'm going to fast forward this now. Okay, so now we're going through the process of frying. This will be deep frying, so we got to make sure that the chicken is covered. Try to use a flat pan, otherwise you'll find the chicken starts to bow. It'll start to curl up. What we want to do is cook it roughly 8 to 10 minutes. It'll be sort of golden brown, and you'll know when it's ready because the chicken will start to come up. Make sure you turn it over after 4 to 5 minutes. So we're in the halfway process now, where we're turning each one over. Then we'll cook it for another 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to go through the process of making the caramelized onions. So in a separate pan, on a medium flame, add in 3 tablespoons of oil, followed by 2 tablespoons of butter. So we can now throw in the onions, turn them over, make sure they get a good covering of the oil. So once the onions are done, basically put them to one side, and we're going to carry on with the process of preparing the brioche baps. So heat up a chapati pan on medium heat and place the brioche buns or baps onto the pan. Heat up both sides. So we finished the baps. We put them to one side. Now we're going to make our homemade burger sauce. We're starting off with 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of tomato ketchup, 2 tablespoons of chili sauce, and 1 teaspoon of mustard sauce. Mix that well. Right, so we have our sauce ready now. Let's move on to the delicate assembly. So we have a layer of mayonnaise, followed by caramelized onions, a bed of lettuce, and the chicken breast on top, followed by a slice of cheese, and then we add some homemade sauce on top, and that completes the first order. Obviously, different members of the family, different needs, so I'm going to fast forward. Right, this completes today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.